This is Charlie Parsons for Fight Hub TV. Absolutely delighted to be joined by none other than a legend in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Evander Holyfield, first things first, how are you, sir?
Great.
Right, let's talk. We've just seen the final press conference and the head-to-head. They came not too tense between the two of them, but a few words exchanged at the end. Just judging off body language and the press conference itself, is there anyone that you sort of give the edge in terms of calmness? And I know Oleksandr Usyk's a lunatic, so you can never take much from what he does and how he behaves.
Well, the thing is that both fighters should have the mental thing that it don't matter to fight stars. It don't matter. You know what I'm telling you? What do it matter? The fight don't start to the fight.
Of course, and then we saw Anthony Joshua early on in the week. I got a chance to interview him. Eddie Hearn told me prior that they're hoping that Anthony Joshua can get the knockout between rounds 1 to 6, and he'll be slightly alarmed if it's not over by the 6th round, or Usyk isn't in some form of trouble or hurt by the 6th or 7th round. Would you agree? Would you believe that Anthony Joshua's best chance in this fight is to impose himself early?
Well, the thing is that they should know. Fight, everybody got a plan. But plans don't work out always. It's what you do that night. And like this, and what you do that night, you everybody got a pretty much what they want to do. But do your opponent kind of set it up for you to do it that way? And because he's not going to try to, but you got to be able to fight a left-hander. So be the left-hander, what you had to do, more right hands. And like this, and I think that when it come down to it, he just had to throw more punches.
Well, I asked Buddy McGirt a question earlier. It looks like a lot of people were saying that Oleksandr Usyk has bulked up for this fight. He told me bigger's not always better. Would you reiterate those messages, or do you think, look, this time he's shown that he can hurt Anthony Joshua and maybe he can go in there and get the knockout?
Well, I think if you won it the first time, you know what you did? It seemed like you should stick to that. I think making a change it may be easier for him if they go punch to punch. I think the big puncher is the bigger guy. So you wouldn't want to slide into making it easier for him.
And then just a couple more from me away from this fight. We see Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis go back and forth. Obviously two tremendous fighters who carry exceptional power in both hands. If that fight does come about, I know obviously you're with the guys at Golden Boy, so you'll be hoping that it does come round. But how do you favour Ryan's chances in that one?
Well, who did you say?
How do you fancy Ryan's chances in that fight with Tank, if it gets made?
Well, Tank Davis totally different. He's a big puncher. He's clever. He's good. I'm like, I never seen nobody really. He got very good defense, good hand speed. He's a well-rounded fighter. I don't know the other guy. But I know Tank Davis because. He lives in Georgia now, and I've seen a lot of his fights, and he's a great fighter. But the thing is to beat Tank, you have to be great yourself. So I don't know the other guys, so I can't really say what he can do or what he cannot do.
And then just finally from me, because I know we're pressed for time, but Vasyl Lomachenko returns in later this year, I believe. Bob Arum has spoke and said that if Devin Haney comes through the rematch with George Kambosos Jr., they look to make Devin Haney against Vasyl Lomachenko for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. An outstanding fight, obviously the young slickness of Devin Haney, and then the power and the precision of someone like Vasyl Lomachenko with all that amateur experience. How do you see that fight going, and one that may be repeated in the history books?
Well, the thing is that great boxers, the ones that technically good fighters and 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 always in shape. They are the ones who do real well with anybody. So the whole big thing, some fights is just you don't know what's going to happen because both of them got good hearts and they both strive to be the very best. So you never know no more. It's just almost a pick 'em fight. So whatever happens, happens.
Well, Evander, on a personal note, I must say it's an absolute pleasure to interview a great like yourself. So thank you very much for your time. And just a final message to the American listeners?
Well, so what?
A final message to the American fans? Or the worldwide fans?
Okay then, hello. Have a great day.
Thank you, Evander.